Okay, yesterday we discussed the model controller and include controller, right, and plugins. Okay, parallel controller. Okay, now we have one more thing is there. Okay, now first I'll tell you the requirement. So I need your help. Generally, till now, what are the components we learned, right? So you need to tell me how we're gonna achieve it. Okay, so let's go to our upload record script. Okay, if you see here, uh, we clicked on product 2 here, right? And we added and you will add to cart. Okay, in the add to cart, in the update quantity page, you see, right? We are passing the product number 2 everywhere. Okay, so now my comment is here in the product pages, I mean this index pages, there could be 4 products, there could be 8 products, there could be 0 product. So now in your script has to run and has to pick up all the products available in that website. If it is 4, it should pick up 4. If it is 2, it should pick up 2. If it is 10, it should pick up 10. So how we will achieve it? So I will giving you this 2 or 3 minutes of time. Just think and let me know the solution. You got the question right? So let's say general what we'll have. We have 3 products. No, general what we'll do, we'll record 3 times for 3 products, different IDs, and we'll record and we'll merge whatever required. But without those things, till the concept what we learned with controllers or whatever other things we learned here, how can we achieve it? Shwetan, you got the question right? I shall explain again.
Yes, sir, we got the question.
Yeah, how we can do that.
Using if controller.
Mm-hmm. So first we get the products, right? We should get all the product IDs. How will get product IDs first? So we should get a product IDs dynamically.
Yeah, using
Yes.
regular expressions.
In the regular expression, if you go -1, what is happen? Match number -1.
-1 means the first.
You get all the elements,
Yeah, all the elements.
right? All the elements. So from that we have to take it one by one. Right? Suppose I have 10 products, no, -1 will take up all the 10 product IDs. So out of that, I need to pass my add to cart or update quantity. I need to pass one product ID. Right. So now suppose say I have 3 products. No, I can pass 3 times. I need to execute this add to cart. This add to cart. I need to execute 3 times so that it will be adding 3 products. Right? Like I product ID 1, product ID 2, product ID 3. So now to understand to do all these things, we need some 4 or 5 components. Okay, to achieve all these things. But we have one for loop controller. With the help of controller, it will take care of everything. Okay, so let's see first. First to get it, we need a regular expression to pick up all the products. Okay, so let me run the script and see it. So this is a page. I can see all the products. So here I need to write a regular expression to capture the all the products. So if I do that, first I need to find out the ID equal to 1. So we saw 1 as the product ID is there. Yeah. So you can see here category ID 1, this demos. Now let's try to regular expression that to make sure we are capturing all the products. That's the first important, no? If without product IDs, without whatever you want, we can't achieve. So first we have to try technical expression because if we have 4 products, we got 4 match counts. Clear? First, we have to capture all the whether whatever the page it is. It could be 100, it could be 200, it could be 1. We write expression, it capture all the product IDs. So let's copy this expression 687, add regular expression extractor. Right, I'll write PIDs, product IDs, right? So I'll give $1. Match number here, I will give -1. If I give 1 means it will be a first match, right? If you give 2 means second ID. If I give 0, randomly it will pick up any one of that. If you give -1, it will pick up all the IDs. Let's see. Let's add a debug sampler to understand it, right? On that day we saw no debug post result, no debug sampler. Debug sampler nothing but it will display again in the sampler component way. It will display all the IDs, whatever we is working on here. If you see debug sampler, come here, you will see product IDs, PIDs. So where you PIDs underscore 1, PIDs underscore 2, underscore 3. Suppose if I control C this, why are you getting underscore 3 underscore 4? Because we are given a -1. Now it is an array, kind of list. Okay. Suppose now here, if I want to pass 2, I can pass here dollar curly braces underscore 2. Second product. If I give 3, third product. So now I need to have four APIs, right? To pass the 4 products. So instead of that, what I will do now, I will add a for each controller. Right click, insert parent logic controller for each controller. It means you just give the for each to input ever fits, means it will take this array as an input. Okay, and what it will do, if it has 10 elements now, for first time it will take one of element of it and it will keep in a one variable bit, let's say. Okay, and this bit we have to pass inside. Okay, what for each do, it will take a given set and every run, every time it will take, suppose 5 are there, right? Suppose in this case 4 are there. So this for each will execute this product plus 4 automatically. And how it will do, each and every run it will take one element and it will keep in this variable and it will pass the variable inside. Second time again, second run, it will take second element and keep in this value and it will pass here. Third run, fourth run, like automatically. If it is 10 items, it will run automatically 10 times. If it's 15 items, automatically 15 times. So if there is no for each, now what we'll be doing, we'll be calling this API manually, right? Or loop controller that much number of times to pass that number element. Now let's see, we kept it 688, right? Let's see. See how many times 688 got? 1, 2, 3, 4. If you see the request, product ID 1 here, product ID 2, product ID 3, product ID 4. Now let's check HTML response. See, this is a demo space, web load base, best one white paper, some webinars. Okay, right? So we got 4, right? So did I give it anywhere 4 times to run this product base? Did I give a number there, any number, like to run 4 times?
No.
No, right? Well, so it picked automatic because of this count. It's -1s. So it will get to know how many times are there, how many times it has to run. So if there is no for each, I need to call this 4 times. I need to call add to cart 4 times. So let's put a add to cart wizard in 4 times and let's see the cart. Insert parent, logic controller for each. So for add to cart, this 2 should work. No? That's why. You got it now. Okay. Now if I check the cart, here we saw 1, right? If I run the script, I should see 4. Mhm. Okay, sorry, I haven't given the input. PIDs, PID. Okay, then it will run. It's very easy, no? With for each. Simply give a regular expression extractor -1. That's it. It will take care of everything else. There is no for each. We have to do everything manually. Let's go to the card. Oh, sorry, login is not working. Session ID. Just 1 second. Why login is not working? It's debug sampler. Change the text. Instance master. You got understood, right? For each controller, importance of it. Login is not working. Okay, I'll check that later. Okay, so like this, we are adding all the cards. Oh, sorry, I haven't added the ID. So what I need to add it all PID, because PID is nothing but this is the value, right? One way variable. So I need to add this in the PID. For this is very important. We'll be using a lot of times in our real-time scripts. Okay, see best practices, debugging, best practices, add to cart. Okay, just give me a second. I'm getting calls. Okay, now like this, you can do this one for each controller. Okay, very important for each. It's clear, right?
Yes, yes, no.
Yeah. Tejasvi?
Yes, we're a little bit confused, but I
Uh,
have, yeah, once I will see the recording, then if any doubts, I'll come to
yeah, because for each is very important, right? Okay, so for this now we are done with the controllers. Okay, this is our control section. Okay, so let's go to our syllabus. Okay. Okay. So we done with the CSV, pre and post, controllers, network delay. Okay. Okay. Yeah, let's discuss thread groups. Okay. So till now, what are thread groups we saw it? We saw a very simple thread group. Right? So with the thread group, we can achieve only a normal simple load testing. But in the real time, this won't be, I mean, we'll be using this, but not that much of frequently, because in the real time, what will happen? With the different load patterns will come. So with this thread group, if suppose see in a hour, I wanted to ramp up and ramp down. Means I need to go users up and you need to go users down. It should be my control. But here, can I control ramp down here in the thread group? Hello? No, right? No ramp down. No? See, we are giving just give numbers and ramp up. So based on execution time, based on the availability of the resources, that ramp down will be controlled by automatically. Or suppose now if I give in some 5 users, so what can I do? Once 5 users run, I can't control this 5. Suppose I need to add 5 more after some time. I give a ramp up here. Like suppose I give a ramp up and I can divide, okay, this is like, but if I want third time, fourth time, I can't get it. Okay, and I want hold the duration here. Can I hold any user? No, right? Once he's done with the script, suppose there is some 10 APIs. Once he's done with the script, he's done. That's it. We can't control him, right? But I want hold the user because I want to run the concurrence test. Suppose see, if I run what is happening for 1 user is getting 8 seconds. Okay. So let me run with 5 users. See, 3 users are there. 2, 1. Okay, so in 10 seconds completed. It means 1 user has completed all the APIs is done. Right now, I want to do a load test where I need to put some 1 hour. What can I do? I want to run the same test 1 hour. What can I put an infinite loop? Right? Correct. I want to 1 hour test, whatever. There's no other option. That's from the start group. And I'll put a disk special thread time here like 3600 so that it will run for 1 hour. But here, what you're doing, we kept infinite as looped out. Means the 5 users, once they know the first step, they will go for next time. They will go next time. Type of concurrency, but not a real concurrency. So to avoid the option, to avoid all these things, to get a new versions of models, so we have a more thread groups are there. We have different type of thread groups. Okay, so to get the different thread groups, we have to again go plugins. So as to install the plugins, how to install plugins? How to install?
JMeter plugin.
You will go to G1 plugin. In the install part, we'll go to the download section. Will be a plugin manager jar. In the jar, we have to keep like an external folder of your JMeter directory and restart. Once restart, you'll see the plugin manager here. Okay, now we're discussing install means it already installed, right? So now we're discussing thread groups, right? So we have custom thread groups. I already installed yesterday. So let's search for here, install part. So I got a custom thread groups already installed. Okay, if you check this, yeah. So if you see here, we have this custom thread group, nothing but more type of load pattern. Understood, right? Whatever we learned till now, that is simple thread group. Okay, now if you see, we have here 5 or 6 are there. Out of this, only 2 are important, 2 or 3. Okay, we'll be discussing those things on remaining. Can go through this documentation or not. Okay, so let's understand one by one thread group first. Okay, let me save this file for each. Okay, let's take me one. Okay, add threads. If you see, right, if before plugins, no, you will see only these two: open model thread group and setup thread. Now you will see BZM nothing but this plugin was supported by the BlazeMeter team. They developed it and they has given integration. And JP that is nothing but it's a JMeter plugin group. So it's a group, one of the group. Okay. So now first thing you have to check for concurrency thread group. Okay, this is the next important level thread group. Okay, just click on concurrency thread group. So this will help us to do a load testing of concurrency. Okay, what is the concurrency first? What is the concurrency?
Like Two or more events happen at the same time.
Yeah. So like simultaneous at same time. Concurrent nothing but 5 users, let's say 5 users has to be on server at same time for given duration. Normal concurrence means 5 users will come, they will hit, they will run. So based on that, the time server response, right? One user may come fast, one user could slow down. But concurrent nothing but they have to maintain the same number of users at the same time of application for same duration. That's what we call concurrency, right? So if you see, the action to be taken is normal, but only we have these 4 extra parameters. Okay, so understand that. Let's add a request, dummy request. So we'll be adding a aggregate report. Okay, so let's understand. So first column is third column is how many users you want to run our script. Let's say I give 5 users. Now, if you see right now graph, this is like expected graph of users. If you see right, 0 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now ramp up. How do you want to ramp up these 5 users? So what is ramp up? Ramp up is nothing but to get a gap between user to user. Okay, so if I give 1 minute means in 1 minute 5 users will go. So means 1 minute 60 seconds, right? So 60 by 5, 12 seconds. So every 12 seconds you will see one user. If you observe the graph, right, as we discussed in the starting of the classes, ramp up nothing but user to user gap is nothing but ramp up by number of users. What is the ramp up here? 1 minute means 60 seconds. 60 by 5, 12. If you see the graph exactly, see exact 12 seconds, one user came. See the marking now? Exact 12 seconds, one. Second is a 24. See, third is a 36. Cross mark na, of user 3 and that time. And fourth user 48. Fifth user 60. Now you understood, right, how ramp up is working? Clear? Ramp up. So if I give any other values, you can help me, right, to calculate it.
We'll
Okay.
try.
Yeah. So now let's put it in seconds. If I want to do it in seconds, right, I can put seconds. So 1 second, right? That's why if I give 60 seconds, yeah. So okay, now tell me what is the user to user gap. Given user number of 10 and ramp up is 100. What is formula? What is the formula? Ramp up. Ramp up by number of users. What is ramp up here? 100. 100 by 10, 10 seconds. See, we change units, no? Second, 10. So if you see every every 10 seconds, one user will come. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. See the cross mark for exact user and exact time. 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Okay, 100 seconds means 60 plus 140 seconds. So that's why we got 140 here. Right? Yeah. So now let's run this. Now, ramp up steps. This is like to control your ramp up again. Suppose here what we given, we're given nothing, right? So it directly hit like this. Suppose we're given here 10 steps. So what will happen? 10 steps nothing but each user will take 1 step. So earlier our graph is a straight, right? Suppose from here to here it's like this. But now what we'll do for first, it will divide your users into 10, and for every user 1 step is given. 1 step, 1 step, 1 step, 1 step, 1 step. Okay, so the difference is if I remove this one, what the difference is straight. Means slowly it will go. But if I give a count, 10 count means now it will go by count wise. Means one user will come here, they will hold for 10 seconds, he will do, then again. It's a very minimal difference. But if you have more number of users, right, to differentiate the pattern, use a ramp up step count.
That is like you're stopping the user. Huh?
Sorry?
That is like you're stopping the user for some seconds. Huh?
Not like exactly. Not like exactly. Suppose, suppose see, here, immediately short at 1, right? So second user will come at, second user should come at here point generally, right? 2 and 10. But what is happening now? It is taking some time to control the time. Okay, suppose see, I will give here 20. Let's see. So what is happening? See, one user has to come here only. But how will come here? Like, see, this is 2 steps you will take now. I mean, little bit fraction of seconds of delay. Not delay, like, because you will achieve this point, this same point. But how to achieve the gap? You will take 2 steps. Suppose I will get 30.
What is the use of that step count?
Yeah, that's why there is no, that's why. Suppose when you're going for higher load test, no, like 1,50,000, at that time the steps are matter. Because that, what happened, right? If you don't give any proper steps, so it will keep on hitting load like normally load. But at that time, you have to control the load in the initial itself. That's where steps will come. It means we are controlling. See, here I controlling. I mean, it's not hitting the. It is the second user won't go immediately here. So in the same time only. But how the users will come in, like it will decide it. Suppose I given 100. Let's say 100. If I given 200. Uh, uh, if you see here, 50, right? 50 users means, or 50 ramp up second, 100 users means sorry, 50 by 2, no? So 1 by 2, right? So every 2 seconds, one user will go. Correct? Every 2 seconds, one. So means 5 seconds by 10. Now this, if you see, right, 5 seconds for 10. So now how they 10 they will distributed here. That's important. See, generally without this 30, what will happen? It lightly go here, like 5 users, 5 seconds, 10, because ramp up is every 2 seconds, one user, right? So now they hit the 10 users in this spot. I mean, gradually, slowly. But if I don't want to do that, if I do control here, so now here the 5 users will be, 10 users will be distributed in this pattern. First one user, second user, third user, fourth user, fifth user. So very minimal difference. But when I go for higher number of load, you will see it. Otherwise, everything else is same.
Okay.
Okay. So now whole target means this duration. How long you want to run our scripts. So this is important. Suppose if I given here 60 seconds means, see, once all users are done with the script, so now they will continue the application for 60 seconds. You see, right? Exactly this time to this time. Okay, let's give ramp over 60 so that 1 minute to 1 minute. Okay, 69. Okay. Yeah. So now what happened? Exactly 1 minute, they ramp up, another minute, they hold. This hold is nothing but like all 100 users will be on the application. You'll keep on hitting the data only one by one, one by one, one by one, one by one. Okay. Now let's run with a very basic test. 10. Okay. Let's put 10. Okay. Now let's see how the results will be there. Let's add a request defaults. Okay. Let's again suppose you don't know, right? What is like to control H. See, it didn't open. Control H. It should open, na? Normally, because it is a plugins. So plugins concept, we have to go directly and have to read it. Control H won't help there. All for any plugin concept. Okay, documentation. Okay, so what I'm doing is thread groups, right? I'm using concurrent thread groups. Let's go concurrent thread group. Right, we will see now. Okay, what is there? What is that? How to use it? Okay, so like this will be given like this. So this is a blaze meter, right? That's why control H won't work. Control H will work for only for JMeter standard components. Okay, now let's run and see. So for given first minute, you will see slowly 10 second, 10 second, one unknown user will come here. So 3 by 10 means first 3 means number of current users. 10 means total number of users. Right? So we are given 10 users na, and 60 means 60 by means every 60 by 10 means 6. Na? Every 6 second one user will come here. So, 6 will come, 30. No, 36, 7 will come. Is 7. So once you're done with the 1 minute, now this 1 minute, then you will see 10 by 10 because this user, what I have configured, we have to run all the 10 users at same time. Before 10. See now 10 by 10 will running. Now for next other 1 minute, right? They will keep on running 10 by 10 on. So if you check our report, you see all the load will keep on increasing here. So the general will be using this concrete static group in real time. Okay, let's wait for the other 30 seconds to complete. So on 52, 2, you will stop the test. So here you can't control the number here, right? If the application responding fast, you will get more number. If application responds, you will less number. So you can't control this number. So actually it should stop at 2, right? It is not because one user got struck. That's why it's taking a time. So once you got the response, it will stop the script. Otherwise, it will stop at ideally 2. Okay, now it stopped here. So this is what concurrent static group. Okay, so what we did is once we achieve the ramp up, we hold this 10 users for 1 minute. So in the real time, we'll be updating this data based on whatever we want. Okay, clear, right? Concurrent static group. Any doubts?
No.
No. Okay, let's go to other thread group. So I can add multiple thread groups in a test plan and on JMX. Okay, stepping thread group. Next important stepping thread group. So I'll keep same data here. Okay, I can disable it other one. Okay, what is stepping? Stepping is nothing but if the name itself there, right? Steps are nothing but more, right? Step is nothing but more control of more steps. Means for every step we can control the data now. Okay, this is for like very busy projects like e-commerce applications, right? Sometimes some load will come, sometimes some load will gone. Again, load will come, again will be gone, again like that. Whenever control, the more use of the users. Okay, and here we have ramp down also. In concurrency, do you have any ramp down? No, right? After 1 minute, it will keep on down automatically. Correct. The user got struck, it will take more time. Otherwise, it's roll down in 10 or 5 seconds. No, right? No ramp up down control. No? But here we have ramp up down too. You can see ramp up down. So ramp up down in the graph, you'll see this. How you want to stop the users. Again, you want in the pattern because sometimes, no, in the real time e-commerce, do you think all will stop at exact 9 p.m. or 10 p.m.? No, right? Slowly, from 9 to 10, some 100 will down, and 10 to 11. Slowly, the 1 hour square traditional means sleeping time is coming. People are like, generally, it will be load. Same thing, if you want to define the load like this, then you have to use a stepping thread group. Okay, let's go to one by one. Okay, yeah, let's see. Same again. Action to be taken after sample error is same. Okay. Action to be taken after sampler is same. Right now, let's see thread sketching parameters. Thread sketching parameters, nothing but thread sketching parameters, that's data. Okay, now this group will start. Means how many users you want to start the group. Okay, how many users? So let's give 100, right? Let's give 100 only. Means I want to start my application with 100 users first. Okay, now first wait for dash number of seconds. Means suppose if I give some 5 here. See now it has waited is 5 seconds. It's like startup delay. You know, normal that we have startup. Okay, so we have startup delay, right? That's right. We can see then you see small gap here in the below. So if I give 10, okay, 10. You see, right? The gap got increasing. Suppose I give 60, means I'm not doing anything. Means JMeter is not created, has not shot any test. Okay, let's put a 10 here. Startup delay. Right now, then start how many threads? Now, if I give a here 10, then start 10. Means now it will start 10 threads. See, till the 10 it will receive it. Okay. Now, next add. Once you start with 10, right? Now, how do you want it? Now, I want to add every 10 for every 10 seconds again. So once you got to 10, right? Now I'm adding a 10 more after 10, 10 more after 10, 10 more after 10, 10 more after 10, 10 more after 10. Okay, suppose I give one here, 1 second. See, means it's not immediately kind of. Means every 10, 10, 10, 10, 1 second. Suppose give 10 seconds gap means, suppose this is what, right? What is the time now here? It could be around, what is the time here? Suppose this is the time at 10 seconds, right? So 10 seconds. Okay, 10 seconds slowly 10 will come. So it may take some 2 or 3 seconds. Then again, they will waiting. Then again, another one more 10 seconds, they will add it. One more 10 seconds, one more 10. You see that this is a 10 seconds gap, this flat line. Now, how do you want to control this gap? The flat line, right? How do you want to control the gap? Again, we have ramp up. Suppose if I given again 10, so it's like more delay. So till this part, what we did, first it will wait for how much of call startup delay, then initial base load start with the 10, then add every 10 seconds, 10 for 10 seconds, using this ramp up second, nothing but count. This ramp up is nothing but count. Okay. So once done with like that, now how long you want to hold the duration, right? Suppose I want to hold 100 seconds. If you see now here, 313 something to here. 100 seconds means around 1 minute 40. Right? Now, how do you want to ramp down? This is important. But if I generally what happens, there is no ramp or ramp down. It automatically gradually slow down based on it. But again, if I want to control, then again I can keep here. After holding, then finally stop for 10 threads. Means I'm holding the 10 and every 1 second I'm getting down. If I give a 10 more here, it will more time. See, slowly they will get down. They will slowly they will get down. So total in 6.5 30 minutes, your script will be completed. And so if you are not able to understand numbers now, we can, based on this graph, we can correlate it. Okay, this is what happened, this number. So these are like general load patterns. So while discussing their client or our manager now, they will get to know, okay, we have this type of load pattern, how we'll achieve the GMAT. Understood? Don't worry. We go through one by one, you will understand again. Nothing much. In the inside, right? It will work as normal same thread groups. Okay. The only thing is, how do you want design? I mean, how much dynamically you want to handle load? That's where the stuffing and concurrency. Okay. So let's see one more thread group. In rotation stepping. Okay. Same as ultimate. In rotation stepping.
No, Ravi.
Yeah, if your project has a requirement, then only we'll be using that. Otherwise, we'll be simply either concurrent thread group or normal thread group. Okay, so while discussing collecting the requirements from the client or manager, right? Because at that time we'll be asking the questions. So what's the load pattern normally? Because if it's already in production, right, they will get to know what's the, how the load. I mean, generally we'll get to know, okay, this much of time load increases, this much of load is stable, this much of time load is decreases, kind of. So we'll take in that pattern. If it's new application, right? So there is no pattern, correct? We don't know how users will behave. Then in that time, we compare with the market. Suppose they're developing e-commerce. So how e-commerce will work? Suppose they're developing some Netflix kind of streaming applications. So how that works? Because streaming, what will happen? People will spend on the same website for 3 or 4 hours, right? They want to watch the movies. So like that, we have to compare in the market. What client is developing, so what type of it is. So is there any alternatives, this type of websites already in the market? So, or what is their use cases? Based on that, how we can think, okay, user could spend this much of time, or user could exit this system. So that's why I have to think and discuss and pick up the thread group whichever you wanted. Okay, ultimate thread group. Ultimate thread group, nothing but same, but here we'll add more data. It's like one set, 100 thread groups, okay, 100 users, initial daily 0, startup 30 seconds, 100 will have to ramp up in 30, hold for 60 and shut down, ramp up. Now, if I add one more 100 here I can control one more 50, let's say 50. Same thing. So now we'll see here 150 users. Means here, but you can give single set data. This 100 users will do like this. This 100, this 50 will like this. This 10 like this. You can control here how much data you want. So in the stepping thread, what happens? It's combination of entire thing, the given data. But here you can give set data. First 100 I want to do like this. Next 50 like this. Next 20 like this. Whenever you want to group of set throughout the script you want to control, then you have to use ultimate thread group. The graph will be expected, graph will be same for this and this. The only thing is here in stepping thread group, here is one. Once you're done with the load users, you don't know here how many users will be on this first 20 or next 20 or next 20 or not like that, right? But in the ultimate thread group, you can control the whole set. The first set has to do this thing. Second set has to come and do immediately. Third set has to be spend higher time. Like that you can define. Startup means number of users, startup delay, ramp up, hold and ramp down. Okay,
So in
clear?
this, all the users will be starting at once, like 150, 10, whatever we have
Yes,
given.
because you are giving, right? Initial delay 0 and startup ramp from. Suppose let's say, let me remove this one. Suppose here 100 starting at 0, ramp up, right? 30 means after 130, they are error completing. No, now what I'll do next 50. Suppose I want to start after the 100. So what I'll do, initial delay, I'll give 30. Understood, right? So after exact 30, other 50 will come now.
Okay.
Like that. You can control anything. Suppose 100 after 50, after completing all 100, you want to go 50, right? Now what will do? How much time it's saying? 30 plus 60 plus 90, 100, right? Suppose we give 100 seconds. What happened? So completely our 100 will be done. They get down. Then again one more 50 will start. And let's see, right? This is a point time of 100. You can see 100 users. So they will ramp up. They will hold. They will get down. Now again one more 50 batch will go. And they will do what to do and they will get down. Suppose here now if I want to add 20, last 20, okay. What is the time now? 100 plus 200, right? If I give 200 here, second batch, right? Again 50 will come down here and again next 20 will go and come down. You can, with the help of this foreman, we can control how the users you want to do. Means first 100 will go, clear, means ramping down means they're getting down. Now again next 50 they will go, they will get down. Again next 20 go to like down. So this initial is nothing but adding of all these times. So like this you can control. Suppose you want at the same time, now then everything will be 0. See, means all will start at same time like this normally. If you want same time, you can give everything in same number. Correct. So if it's 170, same startup, same hold, same start, I can give only 170 here, na?
There's no need of 3.
No, it is 3 data. So why we are giving 3? If you want to do different pattern for different users. Clear, right? Ultimate thread group. Okay. So ideally, we are not sure, right? But once you got requirement, once type of behavior of the application, we'll be using this ultimate thread group. Okay, here we can't control how many requests are coming in. It will simply keep on executing based on whatever given time. Okay. Clear thread groups. So what we learn is in learn normal thread group, concurrent thread group, stepping thread group, ultimate thread group. So let's say I have like a requirement like so before starting off my thread group, I need to create some scripts or I need to call some DB calls. Let's say I have a requirement like before starting a load test, I need to fill some DB data. Okay, I have some meeting, some DB calls. So that load testing won't fail. Without the data, load testing will fail. So what you do generally, we'll add a normal thread group, right? And we'll add our normal script. Let's say the script only. We have everything here. Suppose now I want to do DB calls. So what I'll do generally, I'll put a DB call here also before request one, right? Let me add a DB call. I mean blank one. There is nothing but DB call. So what I'll do, I'll put here. Okay, DB call says that some JPS request DB call. So don't fill the data. But I need to do only one time. I don't have to do it because only one time it will fill all the database so that my load testing will work. So if I put here, how many times this will execute? How many times this will execute? It will be executed based on the gives the thread group numbers, right? If I give 100 or whatever, the same number will apply to thread group. I mean this DB call. But do I need to run this much number of times? No. I want only one time. So how can I achieve that? I want to run this only one time, irrespective of the numbers of this thread group numbers. How can I do that? Can you use any controller to stop it? Hello? You understood the question, right? I want to run this only one time. I don't want to run along with these calls. How can I do that? Can I use any controller to stop that, to achieve that?
Loop controller.
Which one?
Loop.
Loop.
I can put it as 1.
But this numbers will applicable. No? If I give 10 minutes, it will run 10 times.
Okay. Yeah.
Once only. What once only do? It will run for every one user. But here again, we are giving 10.
10.
No, right? So now you understood, right? In the real time, we'll have same requirement only. We want to do some action only one time, irrespective of our script. Then what we'll do is before starting script, someone may trigger manually some calls. All right. So in that case, instead of manually, we can use one more thread group that called setup thread group. Add thread group, setup thread group is a standard JMeter component. So setup thread group is nothing but before of all thread group, this will work. This will run. What I'll do is control X. You understood, right? Setup is nothing but it will whatever it's there, it will run only one time. Right? It will do the job. Okay, then our script will run and it can be run. So it's standard component, right? Control H will work now. Just do control H. See, utilize it to perform pre-text actions. The behavior of that is exactly like normal thread group. Difference is that was execute before the test procedure, excluding of regular thread groups. Nothing but whenever I want to do some prerequisite before that, right, I have to set up thread group. So out of all thread groups, if I whatever keep in order, right, this will execute first only. If all the groups are same order, right? So what happens if I run the JMOD script first, concatenate will execute, then stepping then ultimate. But if you have setup, this will execute all the way first. Wherever you keep it, right? This will always execute first. So it will do our DB calls and done. Now, if you're doing load testing means we're reading the application, we are adding a cart, we're doing a lot of things, right? So what will happen? Our database will get filled, right? With all our load test data. Right? So if you don't want to do that, so what I'll do, I need to delete all the data in DB. So again, what I need to call again DB delete call. So that whatever my execute load test, I want to clear the data so that my DB will be free. Because we are honestly creating a DB size now with load junk data. So in that case, if I want to call DB delete data, can I add again here at the end of the call after 5? I can't, right? Again, the DB data call will be triggered this number of users. So I want to call that only that call only. Again, can I use step up? No, right? Step up is only starting, not ending. That's where we have one more thread group. Add thread groups called tear down. Tear down nothing but last call. This will execute last call. After all your executions, after all thread groups, this will be executed. Setup will always run first. Tear down will always run last. Do control here. So tear down utilized to perform post-test actions. The behavior that is exactly like regular group. Difference is after finish executing it regular thread groups. Understood, right? So whenever I want to do cleaning of the step or deleting some stuff, so I can use this tear down. So it will always execute last. Setup will always execute first.
So that
Clear?
means our request we executed that will be deleted from DB.
I mean, if you write a DB delete call here, then it will delete it.
Okay.
So ideally what happens, right? Whenever doing a load testing, right? Suppose for 5 or 10, it's okay. When you're doing 5,000, 10,000 or lakhs, our DB size will getting popular unnecessarily, like user data or cache data, something. So we don't want to use it. So again, next time if you want to do second time load test, if your DB is small size, you can't do that because your DB is full and you can't. If DB is full, right? Our application won't work. So generally what we'll do if a small application or lower DB sizes, we will be deleting, creating and deleting after a load and before load. So that next time you can use it. It's based on application scenario to scenario. Just telling example as DB call. Sometimes, suppose you are uploading a files, your application uploading files and you did all the uploading, your load test. Now again, those are unnecessary, right? We are testing load. Now I want to delete those files because my server has unnecessary data. So once I'm done with the load test, I got all the material, then I'll delete it. So I'm using delete post calls, not DB, no post calls of server delete API, right? We have HTTP request, we have delete calls now here. Yeah, so we'll call it, so it will delete all the files in server like that. Anything to start off, complete our main load test and after load test. That takes good one time. If it's the same as this number of time, we'll keep here only. No? If I want to loop this, but yeah, I want to do only one time. So thread group 111, and the setup will always before first and thread tear down will always last. Clear thread groups? Everyone. Very, very important because without thread group, you can't be designing proper load. Okay, clear? Any doubt in any thread groups? No, right? Okay, yeah. So now you, right? Okay, now let me pause the recording.